introduced to Eric Matthews. Played. We find out he is a sophomore, and he just got a date with a girl named Heather, and it burst his bubble that because Corey wanted to go to knew they were going wanted to go as the with Eric as brothers to the Phillies game that Friday night, and that game's the most important game of the year. But Eric bursts his bubble and says his date with Heather is Friday, and Corey, and he kind of says, he kind of Eric basically weeds out Corey to take Heather to the game, and this kind of devastates Corey. But we find out that Amy has found out that Corey has detention with Mr. Feeney because of we kind of find out that Corey pretty much feels like that the fact that going to the Phillies game is sort of a brother bonding moment, kind of brother bonding moment. That's their kind of thing, if you will. And with Eric taking Heather on the date, would kind of ruins their special bond together. But as I said, unfortunately, Amy and Alan find out that Corey has detention with Mr. Feeney. And she's like, how do you know that? And Amy says, because Mr. Feeney told me while I was getting my groceries, when I was bringing in the groceries. And Alan asked him, Alan asked him, why'd you get detention? And Corey says, well, I want to move. Amy says Corey wants to move, and Amy says Corey would rather listen to a baseball game than learn the complex story of Romeo and Juliet. And Corey, I feel like, kind of having his parents against him, he feels like, this was sort of a kind of Eric's fault. Because of Eric getting the date he wants. Corey tries to use reverse psychology, but it doesn't work. And Corey tries to get his dad on his side for the tickets, but Alan says, Corey basically says, Dad, Dad, shouldn't it be the fact that he's my brother, that he gave me the tickets? And Alan says Eric bought those tickets, and he basically has the right to take whoever he wants. But Corey feels like, because he's his brother, and he uses this idea that because he slept in the same room with him for 11 years, that he kind of deserves to get the tickets. But Eric pretty much is still sort of smitten on taking his date named. He's still smitten on taking Heather to the uh, to the game.